Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello, how are my royalty, my lovelies, my beauties? Okay, so let's get some boiling, hot, scorching petty tea. If you like it cold, just hold the ice. And also know that the second half of this video was recorded months ago, but my channel is so messy, very messy. Especially, oh my gosh, so much has happened over the last 6 to 8 months. Some heartbreaking, some amazing, some dreadful, some awesome, some a mixture of everything. But yeah, when I recorded this one, it was, I think, maybe a week or a few days after they announced that Bad Bunny was going to be performing, and oh, he's adorable. So yeah, you're going to hear some past tense stuff, but everything in that half remains. It's still solid. It's still true. And I'm very glad I kept it because at first I think I went over in another episode because there's just so much information on this topic that I was just talking and talking and talking, and I think I started multitasking, and then I looked and I was like, oh, dang it. So, but okay. One thing I'm gonna say because yeah, and oddly enough, yeah, Don Lemon, he's doing his thing. I love listening to his channel and all of the inspirational, amazing people that, like the guests that he has on the channel, on his show. I hope to one day maybe, maybe down the line and everything, especially. I'm like, okay, let's get some disability representation. But he has a lot of especially black women. It's like even today's show, there was one time where it's like he talked about like the Charlie's Angels and stuff, and I was like, ooh, uh-oh. Because even, I don't know if she's still a Republican, but one of the ladies that was one of like out of the three, she at least used to be a Republican. And but when she talks, she's one of those educated. She's not a Candace Owens black, you know, Republican. She's one that actually uses her brain, and she's educated and smart and stuff like that. So she's kind of like the Anna from The View. Yeah, it's like sometimes I remember her last name, sometimes but yeah, Anna from The View. She's the type of Republican I could chill with. I could tell like we're gonna disagree on a lot of things, but we will understand each other's differences, and we can still laugh and go to one of the maybe drag shows or whatever, like brunch and stuff like that, and just laugh, chill, eat, gossip and stuff like that, spill some petty tea. But Don Lemon now got arrested for freedom of speech, but what they're trying to charge him with is ludicrous. And oh, and speaking of Ludacris, it's like, wasn't Ludacris supposed to be at that one halftime show that he dropped out? Like, oops. Ooh, and it's kind of the amount of rappers who have now turned like, yeah, capitalism and the whole white supremacy and all, like, yeah, I'm trying to be part of that. Yeah, money speaks volumes when it comes to racism. But anyway, okay. But so now Don Lemon, he is fighting, for his rights with that, as well as other African American journalists and African American professionals. But then certain people, especially that Chrisley family, that Chrisley girl, wants to claim that the orange guy isn't racist. But then, yeah, he surely wanted to arrest some black people, didn't he? He always targets and aims, like whenever he can target a black person, he does. Whenever, even if that lawyer says they can't find anything, yeah, yeah, you know that story, right? So, but Don Lemon, I just have to say, you're a strong man. You can get through this. Even while you were in jail, like, oh, he didn't miss a day because people had his back. And see, that's the leadership. That's the amazing thing, especially when black people come together. It's like, I mean, because, and the thing is, black people, we invite everybody to, like, well, not everybody, because yeah, the whites are from the colonizers, MAGA, no, we good. But okay, we invite all the good people, the people with a heart, of people who have empathy, sympathy, compassion, everything that CK was against, yeah. And it appears that the orange man, yeah, because like, didn't he admit again that he doubts that he's gonna go to heaven? Didn't he just admit that this week? But then the Christian community, some of you guys still think he is the next coming of, yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You guys are funny. You guys are amusing. And before I forget though, Bad Bunny did such an amazing job. And some people still want to hate because, yes, it was all in Spanish. But I got to remember, yeah, my second master is, cultural anthropology. I loved it. It was amazing. It was storytelling. And also, it got me to start looking up things. And I just learned about the Hawaii situation compared, how they're trying to, turn. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, look it up or whatever. But that was mind blowing. And the real wedding, that was, I don't know, that just kind of gave me tingles because it's just like the opportunity to get married on the field like that and to share your love with the world, especially as a Hispanic couple, and like people who the orange man would look at you and say that you are a criminal or an R word or just whatever, whatever, like say all the bad things about your culture. But now on stage, he gets to see the wonderful and amazing like view of family through the Hispanic lens and culture through the Hispanic lens, love, and just so many different aspects of the Hispanic community, like the village, the family, the culture. It's like the issues, the problems, but then how you get through, how you come together, how love conquers all. And it was phenomenal. And now we have like part two of freedom of speech because like what they're doing with like what they did to Stephen Colbert. Oh, that he got me through my surgeries. Like I am trying to prepare a gift basket to give to him with some of the items for my business. I'm so nervous, but I have to. I have to do that before he goes. I'm not sure if the novel will be done in time, but I'm thinking of at least giving him the first two or three chapters and saying as soon as it's published, if I can get some like the information or PO box so that I could send him the full like the book as a gift and stuff. So but yeah, don't worry. I'm working. I'm working on things. But it's like Jimmy Kimmel, and now it's like with Don Lemon. And but people, some people still don't see the dictator. Some people still is like, you're trying to compare him to, like Hitler. Like, oh. And some people don't see it because, especially with the white male colonizers, especially the able bodied straight white colonizers, they're not going to see it. This country was made for them. This country, they're only going to see how this country has not been as easy for them because now it's more balanced. Now it was more fair because of with DEI, because of the racism that still leaks through the rivers and oceans and everything within this country and the highways. It's like we still go through the racism, but then people say, oh, you're just complaining. You're just, no. I've given you guys so many examples of the judgment. And then I just don't face racism. I go through ableism. It's like I had to go through ableism last week through somebody who I don't even know. I don't want to know her. I don't want to. I didn't shoot. Like, no. I've been minding my business. And the thing is, I never even like looked at like, yeah, just listen to some of the past episodes, you'll know. But and down the line, I'm gonna talk. I'm still trying to figure out a keyword, a nickname, and stuff like that, and stuff like because I get judged on a regular basis, and it doesn't matter how much I succeed at or what goals I achieve and stuff. People are always going to see me as the black woman with a disability. And then they're going to stereotype and say, oh, disabled people can't do this, black people can't do this, or black women aren't smart enough for this, women aren't supposed to do this, you're supposed to A, B, and C, and you're supposed to be feminine and all this other stuff. I get judged on a daily basis, and it's annoying, it's frustrating. It is. And so when you look at Don Lemon, when you look at Bad Bunny, both of them are being judged. Both of them are being ridiculed. Both of them are like people are trying to tear them down, especially if we have so-called orange man derangement syndrome or whatever, because we're not going like we're supposed to have freedom of speech and thought and everything like that, but at the same time, if we don't think and agree their way, then we should, yeah, something's wrong with us. No, when we see the racism, when we see the hatred, when we see the judgment, the separation, and also the dictatorship, when you're saying that in order to get money, federal money, you have to name, I think it was a bus stop and there's something else, like you have to name them after me. I think the other's an arena. But then people want to say they don't see the dictatorship when he's already renamed like two or three built, might be more than that, two or three buildings and then tearing down our history on purpose. When with the national parks gonna take away the free pass on Martin Luther King Day and Juneteenth and instead replace it with his birthday. It's like he wants to eliminate cultures that have been around for so long, and he wants to create his own culture that is filled with hate and bigotry and judgment and ridicule and only uplifts certain looking people because he has hated people for so he's hated the black community for so long. He will pretend and fake it, but remember remember right before the election he said this, I'm only going to need this last vote. I only need you to vote this time. This is going to be the last time, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah. And he was so nice to the Hispanic community, kind of. And he only said that the Haitians ate cats and dogs because, hey, there's not, like, percentage wise, there's not too many. So he can say whatever he wants. No one's going to, you know. But now after the election, now look, now look. Now you're seeing the true person and how much he hates a lot of these cultures. How much he hates people that looks like him and think differently than him and speak a different language than them, you know? But okay, I'm going to let you continue with this episode, but just know like with our free speech, speech is part of our culture. Freedom to say what we want is part of our culture. We should keep that. That's something that is, you know, dear to America. We have a lot to fix in this country, but that is one thing that we, like, so many people have been fighting for the Second Amendment. Can we keep the first? Can we keep the first? When it comes to learning a different language, when people hear white people speak more than one language, they're applauded. And they're just like, oh, you're smart. It's like, yeah, but when a person of color speaks more than one language, oh my gosh, speak English. Oh my God, like, it's like, you need to know how this country is and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's kind of sickening and disgusting and awful, but basically what bigots do best. And I mean, there's other things too, but it's like, it's really been like, especially since, oh my God, ooh, Bad Bunny. Oh, he gonna be so pretty on that stage too. Ooh, he is a hottie. But anyway, Anyway, sorry, just the thought. It's just like, first they want to say, have a US or American citizen perform, and he is an American citizen. And then there, some of them are mad because, like, he lets you know, start learning some Spanish and everything, and they're just like, so now they're creating an alternative, like, Super Bowl halftime show. And it's like, and I know they hate DEI. I know they cringe at the thought of, like, having a leader that doesn't look like a colonizer or a performer or someone famous. And it's like, because if the person is a colonizer or colonizer color, it's like, oh, they might want to hear their politics, they want to hear what they have to say. But if they are more of a coffee or chocolate complexion, shut up and dribble. As one of the people who misquoted Don Lemon and twisted his words said about a basketball player. And even with Colin Kaepernick, his protest, his freedom of speech, they wanted him to just shut up and stop and all. It's like, he learned, or he was taught this method of protest from a veteran. But sometimes I wonder if he was white, because I know he's mixed, but I'm just saying, like, if he was like all the way white, like, would he get the same? Like, what would the outcome have been? Or if his protest was for a different cause, what would the outcome have been? So I don't know. Sometimes I wonder that, because with freedom of speech, words have power. And then with what Brian Kilmeade did, he gave people the words and the power to go and be such jerks and try to harm homeless people. But he didn't get fired. He didn't get fired. And it's like, it's like Democrats and Republicans, they play by two different rules. But then at the same time, even the Republican followers know this, because as like so many times I've had Republican, like, you guys have watched, like, look at the dating nightmare episodes alone. I show you guys what they write to me. They call me a slave. They call me Jim Crow. They call me the N word, the B word, the C word. It's like elemental P. Oh, they call me the P word too. But it's like, sometimes if I do reply, and oh, sometimes I get them good. They are so upset. They're like, you're a Democrat. You're supposed to be nice. Your party is the one that's supposed to be understanding and be forgiving. And I'm just like, hold up, wait a minute. Oh, you got me twisted. So I am only supposed to just soak up all of the awful things you're saying to me. And I'm just supposed to take it. I'm just supposed to take it. For what? For the fun of it? Like, there's no fun. No. Yeah, they got me twisted and confused, but when I see Don Lemon and the way he tackled each one, I was so impressed. And at the same time, I saw his footage and I saw how he was trying to make sure that people were safe. Because there's quite a few guys being caught trying to be fake ICE agents. And that's one reason why when he showed what DL said, I was like, get it, DL. Get it. Like, he does his homework. He spills all the tea. And it's like, when he showed the case of how the, like, three guys got, like, off, like, because, and they were awarded, I believe it was around 3.1 million or something like that. But it was because, like, some men with masks on, like, you don't know who they are. And it's like I've seen quite a few stories of men getting arrested because they bought ice looking gear online. It's like, and see, okay, this is another thing. Amazon and every other store, it's like, why would you sell like ice gear knowing that people are trying, and oh well, it's like fraudulent or like fake ice gear, like knowing some people are actually going to put them on and pretend they are ice and kidnap people. And that is so scary, and especially they're wearing masks, so even if people see and take footage, we still don't know who these people are. And so then you have to get hopefully the license plate, but some of the ICE agents are putting tape and masking part of their license plate in order to make sure that people can't get like or tag them or whatever. Do you know the harm that is like? And so when DL was talking about how they were scared, it's like they see these masked people coming up to them, so they shot at them. They sure did. They were scared. They were in fear, and they knew their rights. And Don Lemon was trying to make sure that these they know, like the immigrants out here and citizens out here know your rights, because we have a right to know our rights. It's like it should be taught even more in school. In fact, like concrete in school, it should be, because it's like, especially some of the things that I keep hearing Republicans say. And like, this is not right. This is not true. This is just, especially when they say, it's like, or try to say how the Hispanic community is more violent, and then they try to say black on black crime, and but then I'm like, or sometimes when I say the true stats with that one, then they get so offended, and it's like, and then also when I bring up the stats with the school bang bangs, yeah, they want to get, yeah, they get mad and they want to get quiet. Then they want to end that discussion then too, because all lives matter, and we should be caring about all of these situations, but at the same time, especially the immigrants, because okay, if they did come here, whichever way, one, I was like, I know when we had President Obama, he deported so many people, but at the same time, he tried to at least like find ways to keep some of the good people. And he did. It's like, and I thought he did an amazing job. We still had an issue. We still had an issue. And then Biden, he created a plan that like, or for Congress to be voted on. But then it's like, I will never forget how the orange guy told the Republicans to vote against it because he did not want Biden to get credit for the plans. But now I see that he, like, especially one, like, if he got voted in, which he did, sadly enough, it's like he was going to flip it, because with that law, or with the platform that Biden created, it would have stopped his Project 2025, or it would have put another hurdle with his Project 2025, or he would have had to sign one of those order things and to cancel it out. But then that would allow everybody or society to see some of the racism that they say he doesn't have. But come on now, it's like you guys are keeping up, right? Like, okay, well, you're catching up, right? Because some people are like, other than reparations, what did he do? Or not reparations, other than redlining, what did he do? But I don't know, it's just really, it's like within 9.5 months, in 9.5 months, if you don't think he's racist, then I kind of know where you lean on the are you a are you a racist or a bigot like timeline. Yeah. Yeah, on the scale from 1 to 10. Yeah, it's like if you still think he's not, yeah. But then it's like cuz one person said, "But one of his family members is going to marry Tiger Woods." Well, for one, Tiger Woods says he's not black, and two, he's a multi-millionaire, and three, it kind of makes sense because Tiger Woods only sleeps with colonizer type women, and yeah, it just makes sense, and also it's like it's kind of like when racist people say, "But I'm not racist. I have a friend that's like, or I have a, or I'm my sister married a black person, or a family member married a black person." It's like sometimes, as long as you have someone nearby or connected that is black, that will like white people feel like that allows me to say that I'm not racist. Or if I dated a black person, that means I'm not racist. No, that means you have good like well never, yeah, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go, like, yeah, but let's just say, at least I know you had one good night. Yeah, but yeah, we're not gonna go there. Um, but anyway, so when it comes to Don Lemon, we keep having all of these people from Fox News trying to twist his words and in ways dehumanize him or degrade or be racist towards or bigoted. And it's disgusting and it's awful. He was trying, or he is trying to fight for people, fight for their lives, fight for their freedom, fight for being treated equally. And we have people, or we have ICE all around the country who are doing the absolute opposite. And then we have people on Fox News and other Republican stations and channels who are promoting what ICE is doing and they're happy with what ICE is doing. And in order to give ICE more power, they have to kind of dilute the words coming out of the person who's trying to give society or the nation wisdom or positive wisdom, positive encouragement to at least show that there's at least a little light at the end of the hall, you know? But anyway, at the end of the day, words are powerful. And I still cannot believe how that host literally said to just eliminate the homeless. And so Kilmeade literally said to eliminate the homeless, and he did not get punished. And it's annoying and frustrating and heartless and just plain stupid. They say they're not the violent ones, but ... Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.